She's disrespectful and mean to you because she married you for stability and you are not the man of her dreams.
Wow.
Let me cook for a second. She's disrespectful. She's mean to you. She's not freaky with you. She doesn't appreciate you because she married you for stability. You were the safe option. You do not turn her on mentally, physically. You do not stimulate her in any way. Honestly, her stomach turns at the thought of you touching her, but she knows if she doesn't give it to you every once in the blue moon, maybe you'll get fed up and leave. She's not happy. That's why you're not happy. There's no pleasure there. There's no happiness there. There's no love there. It's just stability there. And she's selfish. She's not going to leave you because she's not foolish. She doesn't want anybody else to have you. She's not going to let anybody else get the man that can pay all of her bills, love all of her children, but she does not want to really be there. So she's playing along to get along. If you are a man right now, when you are paying all of the bills and you got to beg for sex, you got to beg for head, you got to beg for attention, you got to beg for affection, it's a good chance that you are the stability guy. You are not the satisfaction guy.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense because when you think about it, you know, if you're doing everything, you're providing for the family, and she's not into you, you are the stability guy. And there are a lot of guys out there who are the stability guy. You do everything right. You go to work, you grind, you hustle, you do all these things, but she may not be into you. And that sometimes happens over time. Like, you'll have a woman that she may be with you at first because she loves you, but as time goes on, that love depreciates. That love depreciates because she's with you because you're providing for her. She's not with you because she loves you. She's with you because you provide for her. And when that starts to happen, you're not happy. She's not happy. And the best thing for both of you to do is to split apart, but she doesn't want to leave you, or she doesn't want to leave because she may not be able to find another man that can provide like that. So my thing is either you got to work on it or you go your separate ways. But hey, it is what it is, man. That's the times we living in today. Either you do something for me or I gotta go.
I really think they can love you and cheat, though. I honestly think men is programmed to cheat. Like,
that's crazy.
They really don't be trying to hurt your feelings.
Do you feel like there are no faithful men left?
The ones I like, none. So I need to change my type.
What's your type now?
I mean, you know, my type.
Okay, and what are you gonna try to start to like?
Like maybe some lawyers or something. I don't know what I want.
It's crazy. I always say there's probably like 10 good men left, and this is me and all of my friends. Like, we're like the only ones left. Maybe I could make something happen for you. I can make something happen.
Yeah, do that for me.
I got you. Don't worry.
Man, this dude was trying to shoot a shot. He was shooting a shot at Glorilla. You could tell, man. You could tell that she was kind of feeling him. But let's talk about what she said. She said, ain't no faithful men. Like, women like Glorilla got to realize you're in an industry where a lot of those men have multiple options. You know what I'm saying? Look at the Cardi B and Offset situation. Cardi B was faithful to that man, married that man, and that man cheated multiple times. But she got fed up, and then she decided, I'm going to go ahead and do it and leave. But while they were in that process and she was pregnant, she ended up cheating on him. And now he's all upset. But see, this is the industry that she's in. And sometimes women like Glorilla got to realize, like, hey, I may not be able to find a man that's in my industry because I'm constantly being looked at. He's constantly being looked at. Women are throwing themselves at him. You need to find somebody that, you know, he may not be in the industry that you in. He may be somebody that, you know, makes a great amount of money, but he may be in a different industry or has a different job that may not be as out there. And sometimes with women like Glorilla need to realize, find somebody who ain't that out there, who is a great man, but he's not that out there. So you can live happily ever after and nobody really knows your business. A lot of times the reason why women like Glorilla can't find nobody is because everybody's in your business. Every time you go out, somebody's in your business. TMZ, all these hip hop blog sites are in your business. So it's hard for her to find a man. She needs to realize there are faithful men out there, but in that industry that you're in, you're not gonna find a faithful man. Just being honest.
Dating white men is not going to solve your problem. And this is coming from someone who exclusively dated white boys. It's the same shit, different flavor. You hate black men because the first black man in your life let you down. I get it. I'm the president of Club Daddy Issues. But baby, changing the race that you date ain't gonna change your self-hatred. I mean, let's keep it a buck. If you hate black men as a black woman, you really hate yourself. I've been screwed over by white boys, I've been screwed over by black boys. An asshole is an asshole regardless of what color it is. You looking for a great white man like there aren't great black men in abundance out here. And if you don't believe that, then you just aren't the woman that you need to be to attract them. Just keeping it real. Maybe you should try working through your trauma, because trust me, ain't nothing better than being married to a good ass black man. So don't blame black men, blame your trauma.
And what she said makes a lot of sense, because now women are starting to see that, oh, you know, black men are trash and all this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and date a white man. But this is the problem. The same issues that you had with a black man, you're gonna probably have with a white man. The same issues that you have with the white man, you're gonna have with a Hispanic man. And see, this works both ways. So I'm not just going to say women do it, but men do it too. Like, you have all this trauma and all these issues with your moms or whatever, or women that you used to date, so you go date a white woman. But see, white women and black women, they're all the same. You know what I'm saying? You have to realize that you have to work through the trauma. That's the thing a lot of people don't realize. Work through the trauma, get some help, and then work on yourself. And then you'll realize that, hey, it may be just me picking the wrong people or picking the wrong person of any race. And then when you fix yourself, then you'll have a clear understanding of what I need to do to improve myself and find the right person. Now, I'm not saying, you know, just completely, you know, shut off dating black men or shut off dating white men or whatever. If you're a woman, you want to date who you want to date. But don't date a person because, or do not want to date a person because you're upset at all of them, or one or two of them treated you wrong. You don't want to date that whole race of people. Take time, work on your trauma, and then come back. Because there are a bunch of good black men out there. There are a bunch of good white men out there. And the same thing for the fellas. There are a bunch of great black women out there. I know a bunch of great black women who don't treat you like garbage. The thing that you have to do as a man and the thing you have to do as a woman is work on yourself. And when you work on yourself, then God will bless you with the right person.
And I don't think about my age, but I'm just wondering, like, I'm not a part of this dating pool anymore because the clock is ticking.
This is my advice. Let your ego go.
Yeah.
Ego is the leading cause of all misery. Right now, when I hear you speak, all I hear is ego.
Notice that I don't look 40. That's all I say. The age never comes up.
It's coming up and it fucking matters. If I'm 40, I worked my whole life to become this successful man, and why would I take used goods? I'm not going to listen, hold on, time out.
I want to know. Okay, go ahead.
You're used.
Okay.
You had somebody else's kid.
Okay.
Bottom line, you're used.
There are young women in their 20s. She has the youth and she doesn't have a kid. But then you see me with a job. I pay my own bills. Then you have a 29-year-old who out in the streets, out till 3, 4, 5 in the morning. She may take a pill every now and then.
Hold on.
But some moms.
I'm just saying, what about the one that's doing everything you doing right now? At a fraction of your age? What about her? The one with no kids? When I hear you speak, that just lets me know you don't know what men want. You don't know what men value. If God dropped that man in your lap, you don't know how to keep it.
And that's facts. I mean, you ladies have to realize, like, what men want and what men value is a big thing in the community. Like, a lot of men, as they get older, they're gonna go with youth. They're gonna go with a younger woman. But the one thing women need to understand is, you know, you talk about your career, you talk about, I got this career, I got this house, I got this car, all these things, all these accomplishments that you have, but men don't care about that. Men don't care about your car. Men don't care about your house. A man that has his own and is on his hustles, on his grind, doing his thing, he doesn't care about those stuff. You know what that man cares about? If you're going to be a great helpmate, if you're going to be his piece, if you're going to be that woman that, you know, if he has a hard day, you know, tell him baby it's going to be all right. A man doesn't want to come home to conflict. And see, a lot of older women, especially women that's my age and older, they don't realize, like, yeah, you got all the accomplishments, everything you've laid out, you got the family, everything, but you still want a man that's successful. But as a woman, and you want that man that's successful, you have to realize that there are younger women out there who don't have kids, who may have the same things you have, or on the come of getting those things that you have, that man will prefer. I would tell women all the time, if you're my age and a little bit younger, sometimes you may not be able to get everything that you want checked off on a man. If that man may not be 6 feet tall, but he may be 5'8". He may make great money. He may not be the top tier man, but God may give you that man because he could provide, he could protect, he could do everything you want in a man. And a lot of times women don't understand that. And I tell men, there are women out there you may not say is the most attractive, but especially with her because she may be helpmate. We looks and thinking about money and thinking about the problem with today's society. Everybody's talking about what can I get? My thing for that other person, what that other person, that's what we need to look at.
I don't know if y'all know this, but so many men out here love to have a woman and receive her love and give it in return. The issue is that so many men done wrong to women in the past and not stand the thought of feeling that type of hurt and pain.
Yeah.
Women have to understand that men experience differently than a woman. Now,
yeah.
Not to disregard that a woman has gone through, but say that men are offense of letting a woman and get too close, and when he let her in wrong, it makes him feel dang, I never let a woman get this close to me. How did that happen? A lot of women have turned some good guys into men that just don't care anymore. To the fellas, I want you to know that it's okay to let go, because you never know, you can meet the love of your life.
I mean, she hit it right on the head. A lot of times women don't understand that men take breakups differently from women. Women are more emotional. Men are more logical. Now, a lot of men, they won't let a woman truly know or feel their sensitive side because they've probably been hurt before. And you have guys out there that have been hurt before that instead of going to get help and letting people know, you know what I'm saying, getting the right help or letting people know what's going on, they'll hold that in. And then when they deal with the next woman, they unload that trauma on the next woman. I'm not saying that's right. I'm saying that's really wrong. Fellas, if you've been hurt by a woman, don't blame all the other women. Sometimes what you need to realize is that, you know, if a certain woman has done you wrong, take some time, sit back, analyze everything, go get some help, and then heal yourself and then move on. Because the problem in our community is that men, it's hard enough to let a woman in. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it's hard enough for me to let a woman in. There are some things I haven't told any of my girlfriends I've ever been with in my life because I don't want to be vulnerable. Because once a man is vulnerable, he lets you in and he lets you know everything that's going on with him, and then you take that and you do something bad with it. You know how hard that is for a man to let go? It is really difficult. And we have men out here who have been through a lot of trauma. This is why a lot of men don't like to talk about their issues, because it seems that when a man talks about his issues, it's being treated like some garbage. This is why mental health is at an all-time low when it comes to men. Women can talk to other women about their issues. That's one thing that I would salute the women. Women can go to their friends, they go to their moms, they can go to their aunties, they can go to their grandmas and talk about those issues. Where can a man go? Where can a man possibly go? You have men who've been married for 20 and 30 years and still can't talk to their wives about something, which is sad, but This lady dropped some gems. I hope you really get what she's saying. Hey, and ladies, there are some good men out there.
I almost lost my husband for the lack of respect that I showed him in our relationship. I grew up around women who I believed were not respectful towards men. They got loud, always were fighting. And for me, I always said I would never do that to my spouse. When I got married to Vincent, I worked very hard to make sure I never did those things. And in my mind, that correlated as I respect him.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until we kept arguing and we kept fighting, and the one thing that he would bring up is say, you don't respect me. And in my mind, I'm like, but I do respect you. Like, I thank him for his grace and his patience with me as I have learned, and I am still learning what respect look like. But as a woman, I've also learned that we can't come into a relationship with a man and do it based on even what we feel like we've healed from or what we've learned from past relationships. We have to really take the time to listen to that man, to truly understand what he desires and what his image of something is, instead of taking it offensively as, well, what we do is not good enough. A lot of men who are emotionally intelligent know what they want. They just have to feel and understand that we come from a humble place and we care about learning what something looks like to them. And if that man truly sees you as his purpose partner, he will be empathetic to the skills that you have not yet attained, and he will help cultivate you and grow into the woman that you and he desires.
Yeah, I mean, I have to totally agree with her, because this is the thing women need to realize. Remember, she said, I almost lost my husband because the lack of respect. And her thinking that she respects him, there's a difference between thinking that you have respect and knowing that you have respect. He probably thought because you argue all the time, y'all in conflict all the time, you're probably thinking that you respect them, but it's the way what happens when those arguments happen. Is it because of something small, or is it because it's something major? Now, also what she said was, she said that, the men who have a purpose, men who are, not as emotional, but men who have logical thinking sense. A lot of men don't have logic, but they don't have logical thinking sense. Is that he knows, okay, she may not be all the way there as far as knowing what I want or what I need, so I'm going to be patient with her. And he probably told her, hey, you're doing this and it's making me uncomfortable and I don't want to lose you, so this is what you need to do. And sometimes women need to realize that the best thing to do is listen to the man, listen to what he has to say, and don't get upset, because some things he may tell you, you may get upset with. Just like men need to listen to their wives. There are going to be some things that she may tell you that may get you upset. But the only reason why she's doing that is because she loves you. And the only reason why her husband probably told her these things is because he loves her. A lot of times people don't understand that marriage is a partnership. Marriage is a situation where a man and a woman come together. The man is the leader. The woman is the helpmate. But also, the man is the head and the woman is the neck. You know what I'm saying? She's the foundation. And I really respect this woman for realizing what she did and fixing it and telling her story, because a lot of women don't want to understand that when a man loves you, he's going to tell you, sweetheart, you messing up. You need to change. Not talking about do a 360 change or 180 change, but these are some things that I don't like. And you could tell, ladies, you could tell your husband, these are some things that you don't like. It's a give and take situation. You're in a partnership. You're together for the long haul. And if you don't feel like you're happy, tell that person. Let that person know. There's nothing wrong with telling a person if you're not happy. Now, if you tell a person you're not happy or there's conflict or something like that, and it continues to go, then you got a problem. That's when counseling is involved. But hey, salute this lady for really, really sharing this and getting everything out there. It's your boy Jay here with another video. If you like the content, hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button. On my road to 10,000 subscribers. Let's get the conversation started. Until next time, I'm out.